What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. It's week 4 of fantasy football and the dreadful bye weeks have arrived. Before we get into all the topics I'm going to cover in this video, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to my VIP waiver wire list. Follow the link below and you'll get my waiver wire list before anybody else does. Now there's only a few spots left, so make sure you guys sign up today. What I have planned for this show is to review some of the previously mentioned names, a bunch of new players to pick up for this week, as well as players to drop and some buy low options. Let's jump right into it. As a reminder, the 6 teams on bye this week are the Cardinals, Bengals, Browns, Broncos, Seahawks, and Rams. Now I'm not going to mention all the players that we went over in the previous videos, but here's a quick list of players that are surprisingly still available or that are really important that I've already mentioned, such as Kelvin Benjamin, or if you need a tight end, Larry Donald. And if you need a quarterback, Kirk Cousins is your guy. All the players on this list do not have a bye week for week 4. Now here are the new players to add, names that I haven't mentioned before. If you need a tight end, go for Andrew Corliss, they call him Q, or Owen Daniels on Baltimore Ravens. Now if you need a QB bye week fill-in, Kirk Cousins is number 1 on my list. I also like the upside for Blake Bortles and Teddy Bridgewater this week. Here are the top 5 defenses to add and start for week 4. I ranked them 1 through 5. The number 1 defense to start off the waiver wire for week 4 is the Chargers D. They're going up against the Jaguars. Enough said there. Right behind them is the Lions defense going up against Geno Smith and the Jets. Then we have the Ravens, Steelers, and Colts. If you have 99 problems and a kicker is one, here are the top 10 kickers to add for the rest of the season. Keep in mind my top 2 kickers are on bye this week, and Prater is suspended. He will be back week 6. Now if you don't have any players on those 6 teams that are on bye this week, you may want to consider adding some of these players: John Brown, Sanu, Stephen Taylor, Andrew Hawkins, Miles Austin, and John Carlson in deep leagues for tight end. Also, Carson Palmer may be back from that weird shoulder injury he's having, and even though he's on bye this week, he has a very favorable schedule coming up. The Cardinals are going to need to throw the ball against Denver week 5. Then they have Washington, Oakland, Philadelphia, Dallas. And that's a pretty good matchup if you need a backup quarterback. A lot of people have given up on Palmer. And if he suits your lineup, I'd take a look at him. Make sure you check up on his injury status, though, before picking him up. Now, the top 3 players to drop are Jonathan Dwyer. He's done. Doug Baldwin and Danny Amendola. I think the Patriots are going to really try and use Amendola more later on in the season, but with so much depth at the wide receiver position this year, he's worth a drop in shallow leagues, and I would only keep him if you're in a deep league. For you guys in a trade-friendly league, we have a special guest, Mr. Bylowski. He's going to tell you who to target in a trade. It is me, Mr. Bylowski. Here are my 3 Bylows. I like these 3 very much so. Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, and Frank Gore. Remember though, Allen faced Cardinal and he faced Seahawk. That's 2 tough matchups. Mike Evans is upside, and Frank Gore faces the Eagles this week. He will have big week 4. Okay guys, that's all the time we have for this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, comment, do all that. Visit the website, fantasycouch.com. And remember, follow us on the Twitter and the Instagrams. You heard the man.